things that he wants to see happen in Europe to prevent more attacks of this nature happening. The first thing he said, there needs to be an effort to improve and strengthen Europe's borders. The second thing he said, there needs to be a major crackdown on weapons trafficking within Europe. And the third thing he said, there needs to be an intensification of airstrikes on ISIS in their territory in Syria and Iraq. Prime Minister David Cameron certainly agrees with that. He's pushing Parliament very hard to get the British to join the bandwagon, join the coalition, and join in those airstrikes on Syria. In order to push this agenda, Hollande will be meeting tomorrow with President Barack Obama. He will also be meeting with the German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and he will be meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, here in France, authorities are trying to identify this man. I want you to take a look at this photograph. This was put on the Twitter account of French police. This man is believed to be one of the attackers who blew himself up outside the stadium. He is also believed to have traveled to France using that refugee route. He is believed to have traveled with the other bomber, who we already know was traveling on what is believed to be a fake Syrian passport. French authorities here trying to identify both of these men, but today is the first time we've seen this photograph of this man. And I have to tell you guys that security is still very tight here in France. We're hearing that all children going into schools today will have their bags searched by authorities. Parents are being told don't congregate outside the school when you're dropping your kids off or when you're picking them up. And France has also taken the step of extending a ban on all forms of protest, all public gatherings until the end of the month. Michaela?
All right, Clarissa, thank you for the latest there. Meanwhile, Brussels remains under the highest terror threat amid warnings of an impending attack there. Authorities arresting 16 people in a series of anti-terror raids across the city. This as the international manhunt for that 8th Paris attacker intensifies. CNN senior international correspondent Fred Pleitgen is live in Brussels with that part of the story for us. Fred, what do we know?
Yeah, Michaela, absolutely. This city pretty much on lockdown. What you're seeing is there's a few people in the street, but really far less than you'd normally see on a Monday morning. And one of the things that we have to keep in mind is that this isn't only the capital of Belgium and a city that attracts a lot of tourists, but this is also de facto the administrative capital of the European Union as well. And to see so few people out on the streets on a Monday morning like this certainly is something that is a great deal, or great cause for concern. Now, we were here last night, and it was a cordon search operation. I'm right in the center of Brussels right now, and I can tell you the soldiers that we spoke to, the police that we spoke to, they were very nervous as they were conducting searches here, trying to see whether or not there might be someone suspicious here in that area. This place is still packed with soldiers. Behind me, you can see an MRAP vehicle that the Belgian military has placed here. And as you said, there have been several raids that went on overnight. 22 in all, 16 people were taken into custody. However, the main person that they're looking for, Saleh Abdeslam, who of course was apparently one of those implicated in the attacks in Paris, he is not among those who were arrested. And as long as he is not arrested, the state of emergency here, the terror alert level that they have right here, is probably not going to go away, although people are saying they're not sure how much longer they can carry on like that with a major European city essentially in a state of lockdown.
Absolutely, Fred. What a situation. Thank you for that reporting. Well.